When using an integrated audio profile with MeetingOne Audio and within Adobe Connect, a host has the option that they can customize what is available for a participant to join, whether it's receiving a dial out, dialing in, joining through voice over IP, or listening only through the computer speakers. In this tutorial, we're going to show you those different options inside a live meeting. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. If you'd like to make this pod full screen, please click on the arrows in the upper right-hand corner, and that'll make it for easier viewing. Let's go ahead and let's enter in this meeting that already has a MeetingOne audio profile associated with it for integrated audio. Now you'll see here the very first thing that's popped up is a box asking if you would like to start audio conference with this meeting. This is a setting that is done by default, and we'll show you where you can change that in just 1 second. Let's go ahead and let's select Cancel. To adjust any audio conference settings within the meeting, a host can click on the Audio drop-down menu and then select Audio Conference Settings. And then we see here are the different audio settings that are available for this meeting room. Using microphone, that allows your presenters and your hosts the ability to join through voice over IP, such as a desktop microphone or USB headset. If you would like your participants to also be able to join this option, go ahead and select this box right here, Allow participants to use microphones, which will allow them to use voice over IP. Using phone, having this option selected, what this does is this allows your participants the option to either receive a dial out from the room by entering in their phone number and having the room call them, or following the dial-in instructions and joining the room that way. If you want to unselect using phone, then your participants will only have the option to join through voice over IP. But with an integrated audio profile, you can allow participants to use the microphone as well as also use the phone, whichever option they would prefer. You can unselect which box you would like to have be as an option for your participants. For instance, if we unselect dial-in details to participants, then participants only have the option to enter in their phone number and then receive a dial-out from the room. The opposite is said is if you provide the dial-in details to the participants only, the only option they have is to follow the dialing instructions to join the conference. If you were to unselect both of these options, participants would only have the option to listen through their computer speakers, and they would not receive a prompt to either dial in or dial out. If you would like the audio for a conference to start automatically whenever a host enters the meeting room, you can select this option right here. And then every time you enter the meeting, you'll be prompted to join either dialing in, dialing out, voice over IP, or listen only. If you'd like to leave this option unselected, go ahead and select this box right here. And also, the pop-up window that you saw at the beginning of the tutorial, if you would like that to be disabled, you can unselect this option, show Start Audio Conference dialog when the meeting starts. Then you won't be prompted to start the meeting, and you will only start the meeting when you would like to as a host. We'll go ahead and we will close out of this meeting room now. And then let's go back into it. And you will see that we did not get the prompt to start the meeting audio. What I can do now as a host is I can click on the Audio drop-down menu, select Start Meeting Audio, and then I am given the prompts as far as how I would like to join. Either dialing out, where I would enter in my phone number, dialing in, where I would follow the conference information to dial in, or using a USB microphone or headset through voice over IP on my computer and device. Participants can also select Listen Only, where they would just listen to the conference through the computer speakers. One special note about the audio conference and the audio conference settings is that as a presenter and as a host, even if I unselect any of these options here for my participants, or say for an example, I unselect the dial out option and I only want my participants to dial in but not use their microphones, even as a host and as a presenter, I will still have the full range of all the options as far as how I would like to join this meeting. So even though I do have microphones unselected and dial-out option unselected, if I select Done, and as a host I select Start Meeting Audio, you will see that I now have the full options, even though one of them is unselected, the dial-out. So I still have the option for dial-out, dial-in, microphone, and listen only. However, the presenters would only have the option to dial in or listen only. That concludes this tutorial on starting meeting audio within your Adobe Connect room. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to reach out to MeetingOne support, and we would be more than happy to assist. Thank you very much.